How many keywords do you need to start an Amazon affiliate site? That's what we're gonna talk about today. Hey, I'm Doug Cunnington. I'm the founder of Niche Site Project, and if you're new around here, thanks for watching. Take a look at some of the other videos, and if you like what you see, please subscribe. Today, we're gonna talk about how many keywords you need to find before you start your Amazon affiliate site. Now, we're talking a niche site or an authority site, whatever your definition is. I actually have a whole video on that, but this is an Amazon affiliate site. Now, what I'm gonna start with is telling you that you probably don't need as many keywords as you think. When I think back to some of the case studies that I was looking at when I first got started, they were saying, you need to have these huge sites, you need to think bigger, you need to find, 50, 100, 200, 400 keywords before you even get started, publishing content and stuff like that. That's just too many keywords. It's overwhelming, especially for a beginner. My project management background, by the way, I'm a PMP, a project management professional. I got that certification during my corporate years, and the framework of project management helped me sort of develop I think a better way to work on a niche site and work on an affiliate site, especially when it comes to, getting small wins quick, starting to get traffic right away, and starting to earn money. So I'll come back to that. In fact, I'll diagram this out so it's very clear what I'm talking about. So these other case studies where they advise you to find dozens and maybe even hundreds of keywords, I don't think they're trying to lead you astray or anything. It's just a different sort of perspective. So the people that are giving that advice, usually it's not their first site. They're experts with keyword research, they're experts with SEO, and they've built many sites in the past. Additionally, they either have a team working with them or for them, and they probably have a pretty significant budget. So when they say go find so many keywords, it's not a big deal to them. They could, have a VA do it for them. But if you're like normal people like you and I, then you have to do the keyword research yourself, and you're spending the time on the tools, and you may not know exactly what you're looking for, especially when you're just getting started. So I just want to be clear, I don't think anyone's trying to mislead anyone else. It's just they're trying to give advice, expert level advice to beginners, and it doesn't work that well. So I believe you just need about 20 keywords to get started. Now, I would say the majority of these keywords should be keyword golden ratio type keywords, and if you're unfamiliar with the term, I'll put a link in the description and a card so that you can watch a playlist about the keyword golden ratio. Basically, in a nutshell, the keyword golden ratio, or KGR, it's a data-driven way to find keywords that are underserved on the internet. So it's basically the supply and demand of keywords. You could publish content targeting those keywords and often rank without any backlinks at all. So it's a really great way to start a site. My point is you only need about 20 keywords to get started, and then most of those keywords, say 70 to 90%, should be KGR compliant keywords. The others could be sort of a higher keyword volume and that sort of thing. In general, I recommend 50% informational how-to content and 50% affiliate reviews. So that way you have a nice blend. In 20 keywords, you may be thinking, hey, I want to build a site that makes good money. I don't want to have a very small site that's only making $30 a month or something. In general, you should be able to make, a few hundred to a couple $1,000s per month with 20 keywords, right? You don't have to have that many keywords or that many pieces of content to make good money. It's about finding keywords that you could rank for to attract visitors who actually will purchase something on Amazon. So it's about finding the right keywords, not finding a huge volume of keywords. Now let me back up a little bit. The huge problem with doing all the keyword research up front is that it feels really productive. You have a task to find 200 or 400 keywords, and you're finding more and more, and you're spending time on the keyword research tool, finding more keywords, doing more competition analysis for each keyword. And guess what? When you're doing that, you're not getting any content published on your site, and no traffic is showing up on your site. You're much better off finding fewer keywords and doing things that'll get you closer to your goal, which is to actually get traffic on your site and actually make some money. Let's look at the project management aspect. Again, I will geek out on project management, so I'll try and keep it at a high level. I'm not going to go into corporate jargon or any buzzwords or anything like that. Maybe a couple, but I'm going to tell you about Agile project management, which is just a specific flavor. And again, I'm not going to go into the details of Agile, but I'm going to show you a quick way and a cool way to think about it. So the first thing I'm going to draw out here is like phases of work. And typically what people would say, and I'm guilty of this in some of my earlier work at Niche Site Project, I divided things into phases. And this was before I really got into Agile project management. So if you divide things into phases, you end up with something like, do all your keyword research, do your competition analysis, set up your site, publish content, do link building, get traffic, and then, go from there, grow the site, whatever. So it's phases. It's a nice way to organize things, but there's a much better way where you can get wins faster, you get content published faster, and you get traffic on your site, and you're making money all faster, even though it's a smaller piece. So let me show you how this looks in the Agile world. And I call this the content traffic profit sprint, and it's all based around sprints of work. I like to focus on like certain areas of work and do sprints of work. I just work better that way versus any other way. The way this works is we're going to publish a small amount of content. It doesn't matter. We'll just say 10 pieces of content, 50% informational, 50% is going to be affiliate type reviews. This is to launch your site, by the way. Then we go out and try and get traffic. So to do that, you need to promote the site. So you'll do link building of some kind. Maybe you want to work on social channels or something like that. However you want to get traffic is up to you. My specialty is around organic SEO, and that's what I would recommend for most people. And then after that, hopefully the profits come, and you can see it's a little cycle. And then once you finish one sprint, you can start the next sprint. You can publish 15 articles this time around. Maybe you're getting a little bit better. Maybe you have a team. Maybe you can reinvest profits and hire an extra writer or additional help wherever you need it, right? So your sprints, it's totally up to you how you're going to work with it. Just to be specific, so you have something to aim towards in your sprints, you could publish 10 pieces of content, go out there and try and get traffic. So you're going to do guest posting. I would recommend 10 or 15 guest posts, and that should be enough to, start getting some traffic on your site. Keep in mind, it's going to take you a little while to do that. Even if you're working quickly, it could be, 1 to 2 months to get 10 to 15 guest posts. And then after you get the guest posts, traffic should be coming to your site through referral traffic, which is great. You'll also be getting some, organic traffic from Google as well. You're doing keyword golden ratio content, so you should be able to rank those pages and get traffic fairly quickly. Now, you should be making sales as well. You're probably not going to be able to quit your day job yet, but you have proved the concept at that point and it works. So now you just have to do more of it. And the key thing with Agile is you get shippable, profitable pieces of work done versus spending say 3 months just trying to find keywords, publish content, and only working on the sort of the first couple phases of a niche site. It's much better to work through a full cycle, go all the way through each of the phases, but in a smaller way. One of the huge benefits is, well, you prove the concept, right? You see that it works, you see what's working, you see the kind of content that's doing better, and you learn along the way. So for future sprints, you're able to improve, and you'll realize, hey, I made a mistake in sprint number 1. In sprint number 2, you stop making that mistake. You're learning from your mistakes, and then you're taking action to not make the mistake again. If you just do everything all up front for each phase, they call it waterfall, by the way. So if you are running a project in a waterfall fashion, you finish phase 1, and then you move to phase 2, and then phase 3, and then phase 4. And guess what? If there's a mistake in phase 1, you have to go all the way back and do everything over again. Mistakes are very expensive in time and money, and Agile allows you to fix things and take advantage of the continuous improvement and the fact that you can correct your mistakes in future sprints. So that's huge. The question of the day is, how many keywords do you think you need to launch a site? Now, I explained my position. I don't think you need that many, but that's just what I think. So I'm really interested to see what other people think. I know my way isn't the only way. Let me know in the comments below. And everyone, be sure you check out the comments. Some of the best ideas are from the Niche Site Project community. So see what other smart people have to say too. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm Doug Cunnington from Niche Site Project. If you're new to the channel and you're watching right now, you must like the content. So subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.